Hi again, everyone. I'm Rob Wilman with Nothing But Sports Productions. It's a Class 4A Division II quarterfinals between Stephenville and Wichita Falls Hirshi. The Huskies come in with a record of 8-5. Stephenville 12-1, but don't let that 8-5 record deceive you at all because they defeated Brownwood. They have a stud running back by the name of Jared Estes. He scored 3 touchdowns last week, but of course we all know Stephenville has that high-octane offense, has scored over 130 points in the last 3 games. So it's the Yellow Jackets and the Huskies coming up next on Nothing But Sports Productions.
There's a new star in town, Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come see the difference for yourself. New owners, anxious to win your business with the best possible deals. New hours, open weekdays till 7 and now open Saturday till 6. And most of all, new attitude. You'll love dealing with the friendly people at Techstar. If you don't buy from us, it won't be because of the price. Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury, Stephenville.
Hi, I'm Tim with Greenmaker Nursery. No landscaping job is too small or too big. From bedding plants to trees and shrubs, we can make your home more beautiful. Stop by or give us a call.
Talking captains for each team, correct? Yes, sir. Now the coin, that's a head. Back it up. That's a tail. I'm going to toss it in the air and I'm going to catch it. You call it while it's in the air. Call it loud enough so we can hear it. I'm going to ask you what you said. If I drop it, I'll toss it again. Are you ready, sir? Heads. What did he say? He said heads. It's a head. It's your choice. You want to receive. You want to receive. Let's go kick first. Place your back this way. Your back over here.
There's the toss of the coin. You heard Stephenville call heads, and they won it. They've elected to receive. Your pregame interview brought to you by Fulford Propane. We'll take a short time out. When we come back, we'll have the opening kickoff of our ball game brought to you by Prime Building Components. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Football on KSTV. We're back in 1 minute.
Parenting is a constant learning process. What you have to do is prioritize.
Back in '88, Earl wanted to retire, spend more time with Tiger.
But Dad taught me.
I met an American Express financial advisor. Dave is a personal friend of mine to this day. We trust each other because we got a track record.
It's about making smarter decisions.
And that's when dreams can happen.
Call today to find out how we can help you reach your dreams.
Well, as we told you, Boots, Stephenville won the toss, elected to receive. They want to get this thing started in a big way quick tonight.
Well, we want to give special credit to Matt Tinklenberg. He's the one that called the flip. Hey, any of you boys got a roster down there I could borrow for the ball game? Might need one.
Well, we had 3 of them. I don't know what you did with yours.
I think Ross stole one.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Getting ready to go underway. Kicking off for the Huskies. Number 10, that's Courtney Smith. Approaches straight ahead kicker. We are underway. Deep end over end kick that will be taken by Evan the dealer at the 4. Fakes to Browse, then gives straight ahead to the 10, the 15, across the 20. Almost to the 20-yard line. That was Hunter that took the ball. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Jackets. At the 19 is actually where he went down. Evitt was the dealer. He took the kick, turned, faked the ball to Browse, gave it to the second man through. That was Hunter. Hunter gets to the 19, and that's where the Yellow Jackets began 1st and 10.
Well, Wichita Falls comes out really jacked up and dancing after the defensive hold there. As you said, they marked the ball at the 19 for Stephenville on their first offensive play. Pretty good crowd starting to assemble now on both sides of this stadium, Boots.
Probably in the neighborhood of 8,000 to 10,000 here at Texas Stadium. Luker is under center, 2 backs. Pitch back to Hunter. Hunter trying to get to the corner. He does. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Knocked out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Stephenville got the quick pitch to the far sideline. It goes for about 13 and a first down.
Great block by Jay Doty on the left side, Boots, to seal the outside and gave Hunter his big opportunity to get around the corner. And, oh, by the way, Stephenville can run the football pretty well themselves, coming in averaging over 250 yards rushing a ball game.
And you notice that was something Stephenville had a little trouble with Pampa last week, trying to get to the outside. No trouble right there as it's 1st and 10. Stephenville coaching staff trying to get the attention of the players they do not. Pitch out to Carwell. Carwell across the 35, gets out to the 37, 38-yard line. And it is a pickup on the play of about 5, so it'll set up 2nd and 5. John, did you see the coaching staff really trying to get the attention of the Stephenville offense on the field? They were not able to. Interesting.
They might have wanted to change that play or something. I'm not sure. I did not see it. I was watching through the binoculars, Luker.
Officially a gain for Cardwell of 6 yards, so it's 2nd down and 4 for the Jackets. Just underway here in the Nations Bank first quarter. Luker is under center. Handoff over the left side, goes forward to about the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. It'll set up 3rd down and 1 for Stephenville.
That was Jimmy Ferrazes that time on the carry. As Stephenville has come out and now run 3 offensive plays and gained 23 yards. We'll take that in big chunks all night long.
3rd and less than a yard is the mark. It's out to the 42. They need to get to about the 42.5-yard line. Split receivers to both sides. Douglas to one side, Steve to the other.
This may be Ferrazes' time again.
Well, Evitt is at the tailback and Ferrazes is at the fullback. Now Evitt goes in motion to the far sideline. Ball is fumbled by Luker. He goes down and grabs it and goes forward enough for the first down. So very fortunate for Stephenville. And John, I asked the question, with the wet turf, is it making the ball a little bit wet when you have to snap it off the ground?
I don't know. Kellen, I was watching close there, Boots, and the ball hit him in the hands, and he went to turn. And as he went to turn to hand off to Jimmy around over his left hip, it fell down. Kellen got a great turf bounce, picked it up and gained 2 yards.
It's 1st and 10 for the Jackets at their own 44-yard line. 10-14 to go here in the first quarter. Luker under center now sends Hunter in motion to the far sideline. Carville is the one man underneath. He's trying to go the distance. Instead, Luker throws the deep ball on the far sideline. It's dropped. Holy cow. Evitt had a catch at the 15-yard line. He dropped it. If he makes the catch, he scores. He has 3 steps behind the closest defender.
Notice Wichita Falls number 15, Jermaine Rankin, looking back going, I thought I had deep help. Well, he didn't.
Something Jacob and I noticed before the game, we were throwing the ball around. If you look back to the corner where Chris Evitt was looking, you can lose the ball in the lights, and that's almost what it looked like for Evitt because he never got his hands up. It's 2nd and 10. Pitch out to the flats is Hunter. Hunter gets to the corner. 45 midfield. 45-40 at Wichita Falls. Bust his way down to the 36-yard line. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 40, but more good hard running for the Zach Rabbit. Zach Hunter picks up about 16 on the play. 1st and 10 for Stephenville in Hirshi territory.
Once again, another great lead block. That time it was Jimmy Ferrazes that got him around the corner. Well, you're exactly right, Boots. I was down there with you guys during the pregame. We've got a timeout on the field. Is this an injury timeout? Nope. Hershey calling a timeout. We'll talk about that later.
Hershey takes a timeout. We take one with him. 9:56 to go in the Nations Bank first quarter. 0-0 our score. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
The single most important step in building any investment plan is getting started. If you have any questions about how to start or build an effective investment program, ask the investment representatives at Investment Centers of America. Whether you're thinking about an IRA, a small business plan, a retirement plan, or some financial issue, Investment Centers of America can help you find what fits you best. Investment Centers of America, Town and Country Bank Building, Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory. Stihl has been building quality chainsaws since 1926. Bill's Lawnmower Shop has been providing quality power equipment service since 1966. For an experienced team that can provide excellent service and reliable chainsaws, look to Steel and Bill's Lawnmower Shop.
First and 10 for Stephenville after the timeout. Goes charge to Wichita Falls. Hershey first and 10 for the Jackets at the Hershey 40-yard line. Looker is under center, 2 backs behind him. The fullback Carwell goes and sets up as a wingback on the left side. Now Combs comes in motion to the near side. Looker setting up, looking to throw the deep ball. Has Carwell at the 10. 5, touchdown! What a threaded throw by Looker. Finds Carwell at the goal line. Touchdown early on at the 9:49 mark. 40 yards on the strike, and Looker had to lay it right between a safety and a quarterback, and he found Carville right on the goal line with a perfect pinpoint accuracy pass.
How's that one for you, baby? Oh, by the way,
He now has the state record for career yardage in an entire career. That's kind of redundant. But hello, record books, for Mr. Carville being the most prolific receiver in Texas high school football history, any classification.
we said he'd probably do it on his first reception. He needed 21. He got 40.
J.W. Borden getting set for the kick. Keel with a snap, Steed with a hold. J.W.'s kick is on the way. It is up, and it is good. With 9:49 to go in the Nations Bank first quarter, our score, Stephenville 7, Hershey nothing. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Hello friends, this is Greg Bruner for Bruner Motors, sitting on top of my old friend Buck here. You may think this is a lot of bull, but I've got some specials that are no bull deals for you. GM certified used cars and trucks which have gone through an extensive 110-point inspection and come standard with a 12-month or 12,000-mile factory bumper-to-bumper warranty. On behalf of our 90 employees, come on down to any of our 3 locations for your no bull deal. And by the way, we appreciate your business.
Your friends at Brooks Real Estate want to kick off a winning season by teaming up with the real estate professionals at Brooks Real Estate, the strategy that sells. Call Brooks at 965-5051. Easter Air has become the name synonymous with excellence in Erath County. We recommend a checkup on your central heat and air unit every 6 months to keep it running at its best. Offering no interest financing on Lennox systems. Easter Air at 968-6494 or stop by at 1011 North Graham, Stephenville.
Welcome back, Texas Stadium. John Hollinger, Boots LA. Glad to have you along. And Johnny, that last scoring drive or summary?
6 plays, 81 yards. Took 204. The 40-yard pass from Luker to Cardwell. Scoring summary brought to you by B&W Auto Sales on the east-south loop in Stephenville.
High end over end pooch kick that will be taken to the 24-yard line up to about the 30 and then hammered. Holy cow! Josh Martin absolutely levels on the far sideline Quincy Robertson, who was returning the ball. He was trying to make a couple jukes, and Martin hit him at full stride, and you could see his blue helmet just completely pop backwards.
Guardside and Tinklenberg in there as well, Boots. Boots, I think they called that timeout, Hershey, a little unexpected that Stephenville was running the football like they were. So Arbrow said, okay, you want to adjust to the run? Here's a 40-yard touchdown pass in your pocket.
It's a good ball game. We're early in the first quarter. I've already said holy cow twice. Marvin Thompson brings the Huskies to the line, 1 man in the backfield. The wing tee set as the motion man comes to the near sideline. Thompson under center, pitches back to the 25, up to the 30, finds a seam, 35-40. That is Robinson. Robinson gets to the 39-yard line, a pickup of 10 on the play. The ball squirted loose, but they're going to say that he was down by contact, and so it's a first down, 10 yards for the Hershey Huskies and Reggie Robinson.
And Reggie, as we told you, averaging 7.2 every time he touches the ball. There's 10 real quick, and it was 10 yards before he was ever touched. Good blocking up front by Hershey.
John, Brady Gunn on this side had a chance to make the tackle. He planted his foot to step up. It slipped out from under him, and you got to see the effect of the wet turf. Now it's a double wing look, 1 back in the backfield. That is Jared Estes now, as Thompson is under center. Pitching back to Estes, flags are down, trying to get to the corner. He does. 45 across midfield, 45 of Stephenville to the 40, down to the 36-yard line, but folks, this one's coming back. Illegal motion is the call against the Hershey Huskies. The motion man may have cut upfield just a little bit quick.
Yeah, about 4 yards upfield, actually. You got another one? Oh.
Both side judges saw it and threw the yellow hankies on both sidelines, so this one will come back.
Well, what he did, Boots, you mentioned there was 2 wings. Well, he went in motion past the wing, and as soon as he passed the wing, he had to go back to miss him. As soon as he passed him, he turned upfield. I mean, he was 3 or 4 yards upfield.
Coach, Johnny, I am about 3 feet from the Wichita Falls coaching staff, and the only thing between us is a glass wall, and you should have seen them put their hands in the air when they saw their motion man turn upfield, because they knew they had big yardage on the play, and they were already talking about the next play because they knew it was coming back. The 5 yards is marched back to the 34-yard line. It sets up 1st and 15 for the Huskies. Thompson is under center this time with Robinson and Estes behind him, a wing on the far side, split receiver to the near side. Running the option on the far side instead is a give on the right side, goes to Estes. A nice fake by Marvin Thompson. He was coming to the near side of the quarterback. He did give the ball to Estes over right tackle, a pickup of about 4 on the play. And it's a very misleading offense, if I can say that, John. One in which a lot of direction going in separate formations and separate directions. Stephenville defense is really going to have to get on their keys.
Yeah, that was a good play that time by Boone, as he kept the containment inside and then made the tackle.
All right, under center it is Marvin Thompson. Play action, rolling to the near side, setting up, looking to throw over the head of his intended receiver, Jared Estes. Marvin.
Good pressure that time by Gilson, Boots.
Okay, give it to me to blow something when I'm trying to be nice to somebody in the hospital. Bill Muncie called me earlier in this week, and I thought he told me it was his wife. It was not, it's his daughter.
Oh, so the daughter was in the hospital.
It's a female in the Muncie family, so I got pretty close. My apologies to them, but I still keep the same comment that Mrs. Muncie was mean when she started her English career with us at Stephenville High School.
You think she's mean now?
Wait till she gets a hold of me the next time.
That's
It's
right.
3rd and 11 for the Jackets, for the Huskies after the incompletion. Marvin Thompson up the line, 3 receivers to the far side, 1 back in the backfield. Running the option. Getting in trouble now, pitching out, finds Robinson. Robinson will get the first down as he crosses midfield and gets to about the 47-yard line of Stephenville. And John, that was a situation where Thompson just kind of drug out the Stephenville offense and then finally pitched the ball. And because there were 3 receivers on that side, they had cleared out the entire secondary with their deep patterns, and there was no man for the pitch.
Yeah, you got to have some more outside containment on that defense. And so far, Stephenville has not been able to contain outside. And after that big penalty, they were able to come back and get a big first down, keep the chains moving.
1st and 10 for the Huskies at the Stephenville 47-yard line. Make it the 46. Motion to the near side. Inside handoff going to about the 44-yard line. It was Reggie Robinson on a quick hitter. He picks up about 2. And this is a very confusing offense to follow, John. Jack Hodges made the stop for the Yellow Jackets. Don't you agree that keys are so important right now?
Yeah, Boots, you mentioned Hodges made the tackle. A little misdirection, but Hodges stayed home as it was going. Just the first option was right up the middle, and Hodges stayed home, made the tackle, and that was a great play by the middle linebacker. Exactly what you want him to do.
A lot of counter traps and counter trays right now. Now the double wing back look on both sides for the Huskies. 1 back behind Thompson under center. Thompson on a keeper around the outside to the 40 and then run out of bounds at the 40-yard line by Harris. Harris would not allow Thompson to get the corner, a pickup of a couple. There are flags in the backfield, defensive backfield that is.
Looked to me like the quarterback had face mask on Harris. I don't know what they'll call, though.
This was well back in the middle of the field where it was thrown. Let's wait and see what the call is. It is holding, it is face mask against Stephenville.
Personal foul face mask.
This is the 15-yarder, and this was away from the football. This flag came down early in the play and was right behind the linebackers when it was dropped.
Well, Stephenville's had a lot of trouble with penalties, Boots, as you well know, over the last few games, and it's something they're really going to have to work on here.
That gift takes the ball all the way down to the 26-yard line of Stephenville, and that's where the Huskies will begin 1st and 10 at the Stephenville 26.
I really thought that was going to be against the quarterback because he reached up and grabbed Harrison, looked to me like.
Thompson under center, the 2 backs behind him, the wing back look on the right side. Pitch back to Estes. Estes finding a seam inside the 20 down to about the 17-yard line before he's knocked off his feet. Inside by Jack Hodges, a gain of about 9 on the play.
Well, they're getting it in big chunks on the ground as they've been doing all year long. They hadn't had to throw the football yet. This has been a drive that's lasted over 3 minutes.
6:33 and counting in the Nations Bank first quarter. Stephenville 7, Hirshi nothing. This is Hirschi's first drive of the game in ball control offense, what they are excelling at right now. Marvin Thompson under center, 2 backs behind him. Wingback look to the right side. Pitch back again to Estes. Estes in some trouble, and he'll be stacked up and dropped, but he escapes at the 20, to the 15. He's trying to get to the corner, to the 10, and knocked out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Folks, Estes was tackled about 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and he shucked off 2 tacklers who lost their hold, and he was able to come to the near side where there was no containment. A huge gain, actually at the 3 where he spotted out of bounds. Hirshi has first and goal at the 3.
That was Boone that had him back there at the 20-yard line, Boots, and I thought he had him wrapped up, and then all of a sudden he just squirted out, and B.J. Mercer able to run him down and knock him out of bounds before the end zone.
First and goal to go for the Huskies at the Stephenville 3-yard line. Thompson is under center, 2 backs behind him, Robinson and Estes. Handing the ball to Robinson. Flags come down, and another gift.
Wingback moved early on the right side, but
for the Jackets, as far as an illegal motion on a play that looked like it had a lot of promise written on it. This will back up the ball to the 8-yard line. And I'm going to tell you, John, first and goal from the 3 is very different from first and goal at the 8.
Well, you're not kidding, but for this running offense who's been getting it in 7- and 8-yard chunks at a time, I'm sure they're not real concerned about that right now, but you sure don't want to make those kind of mistakes down in your end of the end zone.
What was the time mark when Stephenville had their score?
It was 9:49.
So 3 minutes, over 3.5 minutes already on this drive. 6:06 mark in the Nations Bank first quarter. Stephenville 7, Hirshi nothing. Hirshi first and goal at the Stephenville 8-yard line. Thompson under center with Robinson and Estes behind him. Split receiver far side, wing to the near side. Pitching back to Estes. Estes to the 5, and he's stacked up at the 5-yard line. They may not even say he got to the 5. He had his head popped backwards at the 6. They will say forward progress. This is 5.5-yard line, so second and goal from outside the 5.
And his head was knocked backwards by none other than Clayton Harmon. Hodges had him low, and Clayton just sliding down the line came in and just drilled him backwards. As you said, he did get to the 5-yard line. That brings up second and goal at the 5.
Split receiver to the far side. That is Don Wallace. Wingback look on the left side with Estes and Robinson again in the backfield. Split behind Thompson under center. Running the option is Thompson. He'll be hammered by Clayton Harmon, and the big sombrero throws him down at the 4-yard line.
Credit Boone that time, Boots. He wanted to pitch it. Boone just shot upfield like your defensive end is supposed to do. And just as he wanted to throw it, Boone was in the lane, couldn't do it. And there was Clayton Harmon on the backside to take him down after about a half-a-yard gain.
So it's third and goal from just inside the 5-yard line. Jacket defense has really stiffened here deep in the red zone.
They're probably in 4-down territory here, Boots.
Thompson under center, 2 back split behind him. You hear the Stephenville band running the option. Pitch back to Robinson. He's got some running room. He'll get to the 2, the 1. He'll be stacked up short. It'll be 4th down and goal from the 1-yard line. And now it's decision time for the Hirshi Husky coaching staff.
Oh, I think they go for it without any decision at all.
A little bit better spot for Stephenville than I thought. It's out to the 2-yard line. So it is 4th and goal to go for the Huskies at the Stephenville 2-yard line. Stephenville leading 7-0 here at the 4:20 and counting mark of the Nations Bank first quarter. This drive is now over 5.5 minutes old. Thompson brings the Huskies to the line. I formation. Now they're split behind him. Wingback look on the left side. Thompson, handoff over the left side. That's Thompson. He stood up. He won't get in. Reggie Robinson took the handoff, and he was backed up all the way to the 8-yard line. They will say his forward progress is stopped at the 2, and that's where Stephenville will take over on downs. Ryan Harris was the first man to get there for the Jackets. He hit Robinson at about the 2 after he took the handoff from Thompson, and he would go no farther.
Well, Boots, I asked you, did that 5-yard penalty hurt him? I think it did.
Oh, man.
That was a huge penalty. And not only that, Boots, as you mentioned, taking almost 5 minutes off the clock, getting down inside at a first and goal at 3 and not scoring is big for the Stephenville defense.
Stephenville has 98 yards to go. They are at their own 2. Handoff over the left side. Finding a little seam out to the 7, the 8, the 9-yard line. That is Ferrastis on the play. He gets to the 9, a pickup of 7. And Stephenville's offense looks very efficient on the run, John.
Boy, and I tell you, he just grabbed hold of the rear end of Van Adam and said, "Big fella, I'm following you through the defense." And he did, and as you said, out to the 9, almost the 10-yard line.
Stephenville already with 49 yards rushing in the game on only 5 carries.
That's almost...
6 carries. Just under 10 yards per game. Pitch to the near side. It is Hunter. Hunter gets to the 10. First down. Across the 15. Knocked out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Another first down for the Jackets. Zach Hunter with a nice run. And the Stephenville offense is doing a little ball control of their own.
Another great lead block by Ferrazes and Lilly on that side as well. Boy, I tell you, all Zach had to do was just hesitate. You notice he stutter stepped for just a moment to get the ball, or to get the blocks out in front of him, and then he took off for a first down of over 10 yards.
60 yards rushing on 7 carries here in the first half for Stephenville. Oh, by the way, a 40-yard touchdown strike for Luker as well. Pitch out to Hunter. He's in some trouble. We'll have to cut up at the 20. Finds a little seam. Gets to the 23-yard line. A nice job by Zach Hunter making something out of nothing. A 3-yard gain sets up second down and 7. By the time the Jackets snap the ball again, we'll be under 3 minutes to go here in the Nations Bank first quarter. Stephenville 7, Hirshi nothing.
Robert Lilly got the block on Brandon Booker, number 27 boots, 6 foot 180. That's a little bit of a mismatch.
Yeah, about 60 pounds,
Yeah,
maybe 70.
He may have some green on his uniform now.
Second and 7 for the Jackets. Luker under center since Carwell in motion to the near side. Play action, throwing out the flats, has Carwell, gets a good block, 25 to the 30, gets to the outside, run out of bounds at the 35-yard line, and a late hit out of bounds on Carwell. You tack on another 15 from the 35. This ball will be marched out to the 50-yard line with a late hit from Hirshi.
15 from number 15.
Jermaine Rankin
And
is the man I think may have been guilty. Was it 15 on the corner?
Yeah.
Yes.
And a great block that time by J.W. Bourne. That was the block that squeezed him around the corner.
J.W. was the receiver on the near side that sealed the linebacker and safeties coming from the outside trying to get to Cardwell. Gave Cardwell the big open room so he could pick up the yardage. So a gain to the 35 for Cardwell on the reception, and then tack on 15 more yards to the midfield stripe.
So Stephenville gets the 15 yards back after the personal foul against Stephenville on the drive just previous by Hirshi.
Key for that one was Hirshi was not able to score. Let's see if it helps Stephenville on this drive. Now Stephenville will send 2 receivers to the far side. One of those is Robert Lilly. Throwing out the flats is Carwell. Lilly gets a good block. It crossed down to the 40-yard line. Robert Lilly was the man standing next to Carwell. It was a down the line of scrimmage pass to Cardwell, and then you had Lilly lead blocking out there on the cornerback.
Number 12.
That's Jared Franklin, 5'10", 160, and he looks up and sees Robert Lilly, 6'2", 265. He's 100 pounds less than him.
look at Franklin. He's going, man, what hit me? There was a bunch of stuff in it.
Well, before the play, we didn't see this. There was an illegal shift against Stephenville at the line of scrimmage.
I thought Lilly might have been downfield a little ways.
Well, not only that, I thought Lilly may have hit Franklin a little late after he blocked him one time.
Legal shift, yeah.
Franklin was able to get off of him and hit. That must have mean that when Cardwell and Lilly split out, somebody may have been covered up on the play.
Yeah, I bet that's... So doesn't that usually mean there's 2 people in motion at once, or...?
Yeah,
not necessarily.
I don't know enough right there. So Luker, play action, rolling to the near side. He's got some time. Throwing on the flats. Has Combs. Great catch at the 39-yard line. Goes to a knee to make the catch. And then is by 1 yard enough for the first down. It's a gain of 15. Make it 16. First down Stephenville at the Hirshi 39.
Well, and that's just a deal where AB just goes and turns around and sits down in a vacant spot. I mean, literally sit down.
Did you see Stephenville, a little new wrinkle there? A moving pocket in which they kept one of the split receivers in to help clean the pocket to keep the outside from getting out to Luker as he sprinted out with the pocket. First and 10 for the Jackets. At the Hirshi 39-yard line, Luker is under center. One back in the backfield is Ferrazes. Play action. Luker setting up. Looking. Still looking. Now throwing the deep ball. Trying to get it to O'Neal. It's caught. Touchdown, Toby O'Neal! What a great diving catch across the goal line. The strike will go 39 yards, and Stephenville has extended 13-0.
Man, get you some of that right there, huh? What a great pass and a great route by Toby O'Neal as he catches the ball. Boots, it's a good thing it was 39 yards to the goal line.
Because he wouldn't have made any more. He had to completely stretch out his body to make the catch, and it was just enough to get across the goal line. And that's a tight end running downfield for you right there, friends, getting behind the Hirshi secondary. J-Dub getting set, snap back to Kill, kick is up, it is on the way, flag down, we'll keep it right here. And Hirshi has 12 people on the field. This is going to be illegal participation against the Huskies. And let's see what kind of option this gives Stephenville.
They may want to go for 2 here.
They may want to just keep the points on the board. This is not one of those penalties I don't think you can enforce on the kickoff. It is declined. Extra point is good. We'll go to the break. 1:44 to go in the Nations Bank first quarter. Stephenville 14, Hirshi nothing. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
The purpose of the SABC is to provide financial and moral support to the boys and girls athletic programs throughout junior high and high school. The money we raise helps the Stephenville Independent School District with the increasing expenses of athletics and the equipment that is necessary so that all students have an opportunity to participate. Membership also provides a way for parents and supporters to become involved in the building of the great spirit for which Stephenville athletics is known. It takes a lot of involvement to accomplish all that we would like, and we need you. Offering Stephenville's largest selection of colors and styles, Danny's House of Carpet covers all of your flooring needs. Besides our wide selection, our friendly, knowledgeable staff can help you with anything from carpet and ceramic tile flooring to custom drapes, bedspreads, and professional installation. Serving the Stephenville area for 26 years and counting, come by Danny's House of Carpets at 1670 South Loop for all of your decorating needs.
Welcome back, Texas Stadium. John Hollinger, Boots Elliott. Stephenville has extended now 14-0. J-Dub getting ready to kick off. Johnny, the last scoring summary.
6 plays, 99 yards. It took 2:17. Lucard O'Neill on the 39-yard touchdown pass. That scoring summary brought to you by Fletcher Animal Clinic.
We'll go to Steve Ross after this play. High end-over-end pooch kick that will be taken at the 24-yard line up to the 30 and then hammered under at about the 30, maybe only the 29 is where the return man Quincy Robertson gets to. Let's go down on the sideline to Steve Ross. And Steve, is this same song, second verse?
Well, I don't think so, Boots. The Husky team's been behind before. They've been behind 3 touchdowns in the playoffs, as you well know. The defensive coaches, you'd never know that their team just came up with a great stand. They were livid with the defense after that first drive. They were saying their down linemen, the ends and the tackles, needed to play off their blocks to get upfield more.
All right, thank you, Steve. Now the offense of Hirshi back out onto the field. 1st and 10 for them at their own 30-yard line. Thompson under center. Hand the ball to the second man through. Finds a seam. Tackle is made at the 38-yard line by Kendall Browse coming up from his free safety position. A gain of about 8 on the play.
You'll notice, Boots, they came out of the wing tee there, went to a pro set backs, just split backs behind them and just tried some straight ahead. And I'm sure their coaches just tell these kids, hey, we had some success. We just got to stick it in the end zone when we get down there in the red zone.
Statistician Jay Cobb officially credited that last drive as 99 yards, so longest drive of the season for Stephenville this year. I feel safe in saying that. Thompson is under center, 2 backs behind him. Hand off to the second man through. Estes finds a seam, but he's dragged down from behind. What a nice job by Clark Boone trailing the play to catch up with a very fast Jared Estes to keep that at only about a 3-yard gain. It is enough for the first down. But, boy, that play, John, looked like it could have gone a lot farther than 3.
The hole was just beginning to open up, and you're right. Credit Clark Boone for not stopping, not quitting on the play. As he had to slow down, Estes had to slow down for just a moment, wait for the hole. And when it opened, it closed in a hurry.
1st and 10 for the Huskies at their own 41-yard line. Again, Thompson is under center, 2 backs behind him. Pitch back to Robinson. Robinson will go forward for about 4. That will be it. Boy, the Jackets are having some great opportunities to hit these running backs in the backfield. I delayed momentarily on the call because I thought Robinson was going to be pulled down. But the backs from Hirshi must be very strong because they're making the first tackler miss on a lot of situations.
Well, and Gilson was really mad at himself. He slapped his pads there, Boots, because he was the guy that was upfield, thought he had a chance at him in the backfield at about the 39-yard line.
2nd and 6 for the Huskies at their own 45-yard line. Thompson under center, and that will do it for the end of the first quarter. First quarter brought to us by Nations Bank. Our score, Stephenville 14, Wichita Falls Hirshi nothing. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
There are a lot of good reasons to have insurance. Whether you call them Michael or Ashley, Lexi or Scott. And because you want to be there for them, your State Farm agent is there for you with the Family Insurance Checkup. It allows you to see how your coverage measures up and pick the plan that's right for your family's needs. So call for your free Family Insurance Checkup today.
And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Stephenville switch directions. It's now 2nd down and 6 for the Huskies at their own 45-yard line. Thompson is under center. Thompson, play action, setting up, looking to throw. He's in a lot of trouble. He'll be sacked all the way back at the 35-yard line. Making the sack was Keith McCormick. And that may have been a situation where Marvin Thompson, the quarterback, wanted to plant his back foot and throw, and it slipped, and right there to smother him was McCormick. I was not watching the receivers downfield. Was anybody open, or was it good coverage?
No, that was good coverage. That's why he tried to stop and reverse his field, and as you said, it went right out from under him. Boots, first quarter stats for you. Stephenville, 64 rushing, 106 passing for a total of 170. Hirshi, 77 rushing, no passing for a total of 77. So Stephenville already at 170 yards total offense in 1 quarter.
Well, now to start the second quarter, tack on a negative 10 yards as it's now 3rd down and 15. And now as another timeout, Hirshi will take another timeout. And this
game clock had got down to 0.
Boy, this is a Hirshi team that is having a lot of trouble right now. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We're back right after this.
Who was voted the best tractor dealership in Erath County? Who carries products for the farmer, outdoorsman, and the family who wants the ultimate lawn? If you guessed Hendershot Equipment, you scored a touchdown. Supporting the Jackets for over 30 years, Bill Tomlinson, class of 67, David Tomlinson, class of 71. The Stephenville Funeral Home, your family's friend in time of need in Stephenville. There's a new star in town, Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come see the difference for yourself. New owners, anxious to win your business with the best possible deals. New hours, open weekdays till 7 and now open Saturday till 6. And most of all, new attitude. You'll love dealing with the friendly people at Techstar. If you don't buy from us, it won't be because of the price. Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury, Stephenville.
Are you troubled by strange noises under your car?
Do you experience feelings of dread in your drive shaft?
Have you or any of your family suspected a spook, specter, or ghost in your machine?
If the answer is yes,
then don't wait another minute. Call the professionals. We're ready to believe you. Our courteous and efficient staff will take care of you whether you need new tires, strut, brakes, front end alignment, or just a spark in your spook. Trans Texas Tire. We're ready to believe you.
Well, that's the second charge timeout here in the first half to Hirshi. And John, as you said, the play clock was running down, and that's just a sign of a team right now that's in a little bit of disarray.
Well, they know they don't want to go 3 and out right here, Boots, because they haven't stopped Stephenville yet on defense.
Split receivers to the far side, 2 backs. That is Jared, Estes, and Robinson behind Thompson. Thompson rolling out to the far side, looking to throw, throwing downfield high over the head of the intended receiver, and then cratering the intended receiver was Gunn.
Oh, and Gunn had a better shot at it than the intended receiver, Boots.
Gunn was going to hit the intended receiver on the play. That was Don Wallace, and when he came up to make the hit, he realized the ball was going to be overthrown, and he kind of got caught in one of those in-between situations where, do I try to change what I'm doing and go up for the interception? He said, no, all momentum's going forward. I'm going to go ahead and hit Wallace. The ball was overthrown, and it'll be 4th down, and now the Huskies will be forced to punt. Punting for the Huskies is Courtney Smith. He drops the ball momentarily. He's in trouble. He's going to have to run at the 30, across the 35, the 40, knocked out of bounds. No, he doesn't. Keeps his feet, and it'll be a 1st down for the Huskies at the 48-yard line of Stephenville.
By 1 yard.
By 1 yard, and it was a situation where the punter had a bad snap, and Stephenville had no contain. They rushed him. He got around the containment and got forward for the run, and Art Briles is furious with the officials because he wants a hold on the play.
He wants some kind of a...
Well, that wacky 1st down will be credited. The punter on the play was not... Don Wallace, I believe, was the punter. Let's check and see. The scouting report does not show it, and this is a long way for us to see the numbers. Anyway, the punter gets credit with the ball all the way to the 48-yard line. The 1st down off of the botched snap. Handoff over the left side. Estes finds a seam. 45, 40, down to the 36-yard line, and it's a 1st down, 11-yard pickup for Estes. And John, that's a situation where a fluky play gives the Huskies a 1st down and now a little momentum.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That Boots said, and you can just see the momentum has turned. immediately for them. They were dejected after that incomplete pass, 3 and out. About to give the ball back to Stephenville. Stephenville almost got a big play on the fumbled snap.
First and 10 for the Huskies at the Stephenville 36-yard line. Handoff to the first man through, going for no gain. I believe that was Robinson.
Yes, it was.
Robinson took the misdirection inside, handoff for no gain. It sets up second down and 10. 10:06 and counting here in the Cook-Lumber second quarter. Stephenville 14, Hirshi nothing.
That play stuffed by Hodges with a little help from Harmon and Parks. Parks now leaves the game. Cam Ferguson comes in on defense.
Probably one of the quicker first halves we've seen this season. Second and 10 for the Hirshi Huskies. Split backs. Estes and Robinson behind Thompson. Wing back look is Smith on the near side. Pitching back to Robinson. Robinson has to go to the outside. Inside the 30, 25, 20, to the 15. Cut back 10 to the 5. Will get over. Touchdown. Well, you can blame the punt being fumbled and then run for a first down as the play that kept that drive alive, and credit that as giving the Huskies 6 points on the board right now.
A big run by Robinson, you're right, put life right back in this Hirshi team. They were down 14 on the brink of maybe going down 21 after Stephenville had had good field position at the Wichita Falls Hirshi 40-yard line. But again, as you said, they've got the new life breathed into them.
Jared Franklin is the holder. Courtney Smith getting ready to kick. He is a straight-ahead kicker. Snap back, hold down. Kick is on the way. It is up, and it is good. 9:32 to go in the Cook-Lumber second quarter. Stephenville 14, Hirshi 7. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Impact Sign and Banner has been serving the Stephenville area for over 12 years with superior quality sign work of every kind. We now can offer one-day service on most banners and magnetic signs. We proudly support the Stephenville Yellow Jackets for their excellence in athletic achievement. Impact Sign and Banner is conveniently located on West Washington, just across from Taco Bell. At Impact Sign and Banner, we say, let us put some impact in your advertising. The Stephenville Athletic Booster Club wants to say thank you to Northland Cable for backing the Jackets and generously providing the time for this broadcast. Your friends at Brooks Real Estate want to kick off a winning season by teaming up with the real estate professionals at Brooks Real Estate, the strategy that sells. Call Brooks at 965-5051.
Welcome back, Texas Stadium. Stephenville 14, Hirshi 7. John, the last scoring summary.
Well, it went 9 plays, 70 yards. Only took, it did take 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Robinson on that 37-yard touchdown run. That scoring summary brought to you by Loopy's Breakfast and Lunch.
There is 9:32 to go here in the Cook-Lumber second quarter. Stephenville's offense has only touched the ball twice. Folks, that's ball control offense, and that is playing into the hands of exactly what Hirshi is wanting to do. Courtney Smith getting ready, straight ahead kicker. It's a knuckleball that hits at the 20 and is picked up at the 10. By Browse up to the 15, finds a seam, 25 across the 30, makes a move out to the 35, busts his way out to the 39-yard line, and Kendall Browse with a great return, returns at 35 yards.
That was one of those things where they were just trying to kick it away from the Starburst boots, and it made a great bounce, and Kendall runs up there and says, well, heck, here it comes to me. I'll just pick it up and run with it. And a great hold opened up at about the 25-yard line, and Kendall just broke it 35 yards out to the 40-yard line.
First and 10 for the Jackets. At their own 39-yard line, 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Hunter is the one back behind Luker. Throwing out in the flats is Boren. Boren with a great move across midfield down to the 45-yard line where he's run out of bounds. J.W. Boren takes a straight down the line of scrimmage pass from Luker. It goes for 16 yards and a first down for Stephenville at the Hirshi 45.
Boy, you're right. That was a great pass. Only 7th catch for J.W. this year. Boots, great block on the outside by Evan. You know, everybody has to play a part in this offense, does it not?
Blocking and catching and running.
Doesn't matter who you are.
Looker under center, 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Throwing to the near side is Carl. Carl trying to make one man miss. He does. He gets away. 45. What a move. 40. Knocked out of bounds at the 36-yard line. What a dipsy doodle move by Cardwell, who took the down the line of scrimmage pass, had a man all over him. He reversed his field and then spun out, broke away from that guy, and made a gain of something that would have gone for nothing.
Boy, that's right at 10 yards, isn't it?
An official timeout as this ball goes out of bounds at the 36-yard line. It's probably a 10-yarder. And
Boots, he should have been stopped back at the 50-yard line.
Should have been a loss of 5 on the play.
And there you see the strength in Cody, especially that, well, upper and lower body strength. But he breaks that tackle, as you said, spins, and almost got around the corner. Boy, it was close. He needed about a half a second quicker to be able to get to his feet, and he'd have been gone.
Or a half a foot more out of bounds.
Yeah, good point. A little more to work with.
Yeah, if you stretch it a little bit. It is a first down, 10 yards on the reception from Luker to Cardwell. And for the scouts that are watching that don't think Cardwell can play D1 ball because he's too small, I think his speed and his strength showing right there overrides him maybe not being the typical what receivers are looked for now in college at the 6'2" and above.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Who cares if you're 4'4" and you can pull away from tackles? Not in height, in speed.
Yeah.
2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. 1 back is Evatt behind Luker. Luker's under center. Now he sends Evatt in motion to the near sideline. Inside trap handoff to Hunter. Hunter will be stacked up behind the line of scrimmage. I think Wichita Falls Hirshi has been waiting on that play.
Boots, by the way, on that pass reception, Cardwell goes over 2,000 yards on the year, and Stephenville has just surpassed their all-time total yardage over the 94 offense of 74-11. They just surpassed that in total offense.
This offense now is the second most yardage in the history of high school American football, nationally, folks. Loss of 1, second down and 11. 4 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Luker wanting to throw the fade pattern up for Steed. It's over his head. Luker just gave a little bit too much air under the ball.
Might have thrown it just a little bit early that time.
Casey Steed out there split on Jared Franklin, who's about 5'9".
Yeah, that's a matchup they like.
And Steed goes at about 6'4", 6'5". It's 3rd and 11 now. 8:26 to go in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stephenville 14, Hirshi 7.
Well, big third down here for Stephenville.
Stephenville with 6 seconds on the play clock, needs to hurry. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, motion to the near side, 1 second. Luker barely gets it off, they will say he does not. Boy, that was close.
I think he was about a half a second late.
Seeing back the Jackets up 5 yards on delay of game. It'll now set up 3rd down and 16.
Well, and Stephenville has pretty well proved they're in 4-down territory all year long.
Well, let me ask you this. If they get enough yards, then it's not a first down, but definitely in J.W. Bourne's range, do you go ahead and attempt to make the lead out of the distance of 1 score for Hirshi?
Well, it'll depend on how close they are, I'm sure, but yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't try that for sure.
Luker under center, straight drop, setting up, in a little bit of pressure, but finds an open receiver, caught at the 20, it's A.B. Combs at the 15, knocked out of bounds at the 10-yard line, a first down for Stephenville. How wide open was A.B. Combs, and how wide open was Casey Steed also at the 25-yard line? Take your pick after the 31-yard reception from Luker to Combs.
And Luker could have run for about 20, easy. I think everybody was looking for 25 that time, Boots.
He was split to the other side.
Yeah. Boy, you're right, though. KC ran down at about the 15 and just turned around and said, I'm here if you need me, big fella.
So it's 1st and goal to go for the Jackets at the Hirshi 10. Pitch to the far side. Hunter trying to get to the corner, finds some blocks, cuts inside to the 10, gets to the 5, to the 4, to almost the 3-yard line. Spotted just inside the 4. A good hard run for Zach Hunter, picking his way through red jerseys. Gets about 6.5 on the carry.
Did you see that block by Toby O'Neill? That's who that receiver was out there, Boots. He took 2 guys out of the picture for Hunter to get around the corner from.
2nd and goal for the Jackets inside the Hirshi 4-yard line. 7:48 and counting in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stephenville 14, Hirshi 7.
Zach Hunter already with 49 yards. This may be Ferraz's time now.
Luker is under center. Ferrazis is the one back. Jackets leave a little early, and there comes the flags, and that is a killer.
It's exactly what Hirshi did a while ago. The only difference is Hirshi did it on 1st down and goal. Stephenville on 2nd and goal.
The left side tackle on the play fired off just a half a count early.
As Robert Lilly is, I'm sure they were just going on the quick count. That's what it looked like, and he was just a little bit quicker than everyone else.
Ball is marched back to the 9-yard line, so it's 2nd and goal to go from the 9.
Boy, this game is flying by tonight.
With 7.5 to go in the second quarter, this is absolutely the fastest first half we've had this year.
Only the third time the offense has touched the ball in the game. They've scored twice.
Looker's under center. Motion to the near side. Giving on the draw. Giving it to Hunter. Hunter outside the 10 to the 5. Tries to get in. Very close. No signal. Touchdown. Hunter will be given the call at the pylon. He gets in barely, but it counts. Stephenville extends. 20-7. The extra point is upcoming here in the second quarter.
Boy, look at the Hirshi coaches on the far side, Boots. Hands on hips, just in disbelief that Hunter got around that corner. He made a real nice dip inside move, a hip move, and the defensive corner on this side bit on it, and then he just raced to the corner for the touchdown.
Jackets have had a lot more success running outside the tackles this week. Snap back. Hold down. Kick on the way. J-Dub's kick is up. It is good. 7:12 to go in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stephenville, 21. Hirshi, 7. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Some people call us their money farmers. We help them plant their money and watch over the crop, warning them of potential threats, dangers, and disasters. We measure the growth and advise them of better times to harvest. At Investment Centers of America, we measure our success by your success. After all, it is your money. Investment Centers of America, located at the Town and Country Bank Building in Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory. Who was voted the best tractor dealership in Erath County? Who carries products for the farmer, outdoorsman, and the family who wants the ultimate lawn? If you guessed Hendershot Equipment, you scored a touchdown. Dr. Albert A. Lilly, Doctor of Dentistry. The dental office of Dr. Albert A. Lilly wishes to salute Stephenville football and its tradition of excellence.
Welcome back. Stephenville on 3 drives in the first half. The only 3 times they've touched the ball, 241 yards of offense. After this kick, we'll go to John Hollinger for the scoring summary. J.W. Barnes' kick is away, high end-over-end pooch kick that will be taken at the 25-yard line, and a fair catch and actually going to a knee is Quincy Robertson, who did give the fair catch signal and took 1 step upfield and wisely said, I better go to a knee.
And the coaches are talking to the official right now about that. That last scoring drive, 6 plays, 61 yards, only took 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Hunter on that 9-yard touchdown run PAT by Bourne is good. That makes it 21-7. That scoring summary brought to you by Walmart Vision Center.
Well, after this play, we'll go to Steve Ross and see if it's a little bit uneasy a feeling. It's got to be a little bit nicer with the 14-point lead, but nothing's safe with this Hirshi team right now. Back on offense, the Huskies. Handoff up the left side, Estes. Estes finds a seam, 30, 35, just gets tripped up at the 37-yard line. It's very close to the yardage needed for the first down. If he doesn't get tripped up on that play, he goes the distance. Steve Ross is a little bit of an uneasy feeling on the sideline.
It's a lot like the Andrews game. You just feel like the Jacket offense is not going to stop. If Stephenville can get a stop defensively, or a couple of them, they'll pull away. But right now, the big play in the game has been the 4th and 16 punt that was turned into a first down. That really breathed new life back into Hirshi. We'll see if the Jackets can stop him here.
Is this as intense a Stephenville coaching staff as you've seen in a few weeks?
Oh, they're about like they always are in the quarterfinals, Boots.
Excellent point. You know, Boots, you mentioned 6 out of the last 7 years, 7 out of the last 9 years, Stephenville has been to the quarterfinals. But it's been 4 years since they've been past the quarterfinals.
Good point.
And I think this is a Stephenville coaching staff. A reason they are so intense and so focused is they know they've got the players to go all of the way with this thing, and they're not going to be happy getting to the quarterfinals.
Officially, the carry for Estes is 9 yards.
Tackle eligible on the near side, Boots.
It's a offside, as you would say, or overloaded to the other side. Unbalanced, that's what I'm looking for. Handoff over the left side. Robinson, he gets the first down out to the 40-yard line. A pickup on the play of about 2, maybe 3, depending on the spot. We'll call it 2, and it's a first down.
We've got some Peacock scores to pass along to you, Boots. In Class 3A, Giddings on top of Cuero, 3-0 in the second quarter. It's Newton, 7, Maynard, nothing in second quarter. In Class 2A, Spearman on top of Stanton, 10-3. It is Goldthwaite on top of Ganado, 10-0 in the second quarter. And in Class A, O'Donnell 14, Wheeler 6. Those are all second quarter scores.
6:26 to go in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Our score, Stephenville 21, Pampa 7. Split backs behind Thompson. It is Robinson and Estes in the backfield. Thompson coming in the near side on the fake. Flags come down across the 45, knocked out of bounds at the 49-yard line. Running him out of bounds was Harris, and flags came down in the middle of the field, back away from the play. We'll wait and see. They are pointing back at the
It looks like it might
Huskies.
be a holding because it's a spot foul. Notice the official on the far side holding his spot, Boots.
Standing right over his flag.
Oh, chop
block against the Huskies, and boy, this is a costly one.
That's 15. Look at the coaches from Hirshi.
This will mark them back inside the 30-yard line.
They weren't happy with that call. I mean, not happy that they didn't think it was right. Not happy with their personnel.
Because all the chewing right now is going toward the red jerseys from the coaching staff.
And that was back at the
40.
About the 41, wasn't it? Yeah, that's where it's going to come from, spot foul.
So to the 26, is that one? This one is marked?
I believe that's right. 15 big ones. Ooh.
To the 20.
So another 15-yard penalty for Hirshi. They had one earlier.
27-yard line is the official spot after the 15-yard penalty. It sets up first down and 23 yards to go.
They have 4 penalties already, Boots, for 40 yards in this ballgame.
Ooh. At the 6:11 mark of the second quarter. Stephenville's offense has only touched the ball 3 times in this game. They have 21 points to show. Thompson under center, the 2 backs behind him, split receiver, straight dropper, looking to throw, in some trouble. Now he'll be flushed. Almost brought down, escapes to the 25, run out of bounds at the 30-yard line, and boy, Hirshi wants a late flag, and here he comes in late, and I think they probably deserve this one. Well, you may disagree, but I think it was a late push. The flag came down from the referee trailing the play. It is dead ball, personal foul against Stephenville, and so...
That's a dumb penalty right there.
It was a situation where Thompson wanted to throw to Griffin right off the line, but Griffin got hung up at the line of scrimmage, and so Thompson had nowhere to go but to try to rush. And one of the Stephenville defensive ends, and I believe on that side was Gilson, had him dead to rights, but the great speed of Thompson and his moves were able to get past
Automatic first down.
Gilson, and then the corner coming up to secure the play ran Thompson out of bounds a little late.
Well, the reason that's a penalty and the reason it's a dumb penalty, Boots, is he was just running out of bounds.
Right, it still would have been second down and very long.
Yeah, he'd have been back at about the 30-yard line.
It had only been a gain of about 3 on the play. Instead, Hirshi gets another huge break in this ball game, and it's first and 10 at their own 46-yard line. Thompson under center, Robinson and Estes behind him. Pitch back to Robinson. Robinson finds a seam. Check that to Estes. Gets to the 45-yard line of Stephenville. A gain of 9 on the play.
Ooh. I'm telling you, Monk and McCormick just manhandled him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, the backs are taking some big hits from Hirshi, but they're also getting big hits after they're 8 or 9 yards down the line and down the field.
Well, it's just great up front blocking by this offensive line of theirs, and they're just turning and tossing and running behind the line. It's pretty simple offense. You just got to, at some point, stop it.
Second and 1 for the Huskies at the Stephenville 45-yard line. Thompson is under center. Again, Robinson and Estes behind him. Handoff straight ahead to Robinson. He goes out to about the 36-yard line. A little bit of a misdirection play given to the first man through. At the 37 is actually the spot, and it is a first down. First and 10 for the Huskies at the Stephenville 37-yard line, 5-12. And as soon as they spot the ball, it will again be underway here in the second quarter. 21-7, Stephenville on top. By the time the Huskies snap the ball again, we will be under 5 minutes.
Well, that was a big-time tackle by McCormick that time. Coach Brown's out there doing a little cheerleading, Boots.
First and 10 for the Huskies. Once again, it's Robinson and Estes behind Thompson. Wing T to the near side. Pitching back to Robinson. Robinson looking for a little room. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. A gain of 1 maybe on the play. And a much better job of the Stephenville defense to snuff it out at the line.
Great defensive call there by Coach Copeland as they ran a slant to that to the side of that the ball was going to, Boots, and maybe they've seen some tendencies in this offense to know to call that, but they just the offense ran right into the defense. Just a great call.
4.5 and counting in the second quarter.
Harmon was out on that play. They brought him back in. That time the tackles were Ferguson and Parks.
Second and a short 9 for the Huskies. Just inside the Stephenville 35-yard line. Thompson again under center. 2 receivers to the near side. Pitching to the near side is Estes. Estes looking for a seam. He gets down to the 30, and Estes is carrying the ball like it's a loaf of bread. He goes forward for 5 yards. It'll set up third down and a long 3.
I was just going to say that, Boots. Boy, he holds that ball back waiting for contact, waiting for his blocks to develop.
And he holds it in front of him with one hand out in front of him like he's using it to guide himself. And one quick paw swipe by one of those big jacket defensive front guys, and it's going to be on the turf.
Here's a big third down for the Stephenville defense. They need to hold them here.
3rd and 3 for the Huskies at the Stephenville 30. Thompson is under center. The one back behind him is Robinson. 3 receivers to the far side, running the option to the far side. Pitching out to Robinson. He's in some trouble. He'll be stacked up for a loss, and the ball's loose. Back at the 36-yard line. It's Huskies got on it at the 34.
Is there a flag, or they're
marking it at the 34-yard line.
Yeah.
It was stopped way back at the 31, a loss.
Gilson did all the work there, Boots. Gilson fought off the block, when he pitched, he was made him pitch the ball. As soon as he pitched it, he went out there and just knocked Robinson over with one arm, stripped the ball with the other. Thompson ends up on the ball.
They're going for it, are the Huskies. 4th down and 7. They've got to get to the Stephenville 26-yard line. Thompson is under center. The 2 backs behind him, straight drop. Looking to throw, in some trouble. Throwing the deep ball on the far sideline up for grabs. It's picked off by Gunn. Going the other way. Flags down. 20, 25, 30. Knocked out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
No.
And you better not call this interference, because if he does, it is a joke.
I think he's going to, Boots.
This ball was not even catchable by the offense because it was 10 yards underthrown.
They're going to say he pushed him and he fell down. I can promise you that's what the call's going to be.
Oh, if this is the call, it is horrible.
Yeah, it is. I can tell you.
Oh, listen to the Stephenville crowd.
Horrible call.
Oh, man.
Man, that is an ugly, ugly call.
Gunn was right behind the receiver. The receiver slips, and the ball is underthrown by about 6 yards. He goes back and gets the ball, and the official that throws the ball is in the middle of the field and is 25 yards.
That is unreal.
And the sign judge running right next to the play does not call the penalty.
God, that is unreal.
Well, there's another gift for the Huskies.
Boy, you talk about breathing new life into a team. They just got it.
Well, luckily in high school, it's only a 10-yard penalty. That takes the ball, 15-yard penalty. That takes the ball to the 19 with 2:39 to go in the half.
Oh, my gosh, that was huge.
Thompson is under center. 1st and 10 for them. Handoff over the left side, Estes. Estes finds a seam to the 15, and then he stood up by Hodges, I believe. Or was it Monk?
McCormick and Monk.
A pickup on the play of about 4. It'll set up 2nd down and 6. 2:23 and counting. Will be under 2 minutes by the time the Huskies snap the ball again. And I'm sure their objective right now is use every bit of this clock.
Oh, yeah, and try to get in the end zone. You're right. Well, this is the 2nd time they've been in the red zone. They scored once.
Has there been a half this season where Stephenville only was on offense 3 times? It's a possibility here. We're under 2 minutes now in the half. 21-7, Stephenville on top. 2nd and 6 for the Huskies at the Stephenville 15. Handoff over the left side, finding some running room. Is Robinson to the 10, knocked out of bounds. No, knocked down at the 5-yard line. I don't even think that was Estes on the carry to the 5, and that will stop the clock momentarily with 1:49.
Yeah, they're just trying to string the defense out now and run to the end zone. God, that is such a huge call on the pass interference. Man.
Wow.
You talk about getting a team up off the mat. That call right there did it for them.
Goodness gracious, just like the freaky punt play earlier.
Yeah.
It's the same situation. 1st and goal to go for the Huskies at the Stephenville 5-yard line. 1:32 and counting in the half. Stephenville 21, Huskies 7. Thompson is under center, 2 backs behind him. Give it the 2nd back through. Flags are down and stacked up at the 10-yard line and thrown for a huge loss on a little bit of a reverse play going to Jeremy Rankin. Actually, he'll be spotted at about the 8. He escaped 1 man, got to the 8. A loss of 3 on the play.
They faked the toss and went with the inside reverse there, Boots.
Now, do you decline the penalty?
Well, I don't know if it was a dead ball or not.
It was illegal motion.
No, they're gonna decline it.
Stephenville will decline it, and the ball will be between the 7 and the 8-yard line. A loss of about 2.5 on the play, and the clock will start here momentarily. Hirshi coaching staff wanting an explanation of the penalty. Now they roll the clock. 1:17 and counting. It will be 2nd down and goal to go from outside the 7.
Remember, they only have 1 timeout remaining, Boots.
By the time Hirshi snaps the ball again, we will be under 1 minute. Thompson to the line, 2 backs behind him. Robinson and Estes. Pitch back to Estes. Estes looking for a seam. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. 53 seconds and counting. It's 3rd and goal to go from the 3.
Hodges and McCormick that time on the tackle. Boy, They're really slow in getting back to the huddle, just now getting up off the carpet with 40 seconds.
If the Huskies are able to score, they will do it with practically no time on the clock, because, folks, we have 35 seconds and counting, and the Huskies are not even to the line of scrimmage yet, and they are just now calling the play in the huddle. They bring it to the line with 25 seconds and counting. Thompson is under center, the two backs behind him. 3rd and goal to go from the 3. Pitch back to Estes. Estes finds a seam easily, gets over for the score. They score with 14 seconds remaining. Well, ball control offense in the first half with the help of a fluky punt play and a gift penalty on an interference have kept the Hirshi Huskies in this game as they'll attempt the extra point to pull within 7. Getting set for the extra point, Courtney Smith. Jared Franklin is the holder. Snap back, hold down, kick is on the way, it is up, and it is good. 14 seconds remaining here in the first half. Our score, Stephenville 21, Hirshi 14. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Once again, it's time for us to show our support for Yellow Jacket football. That means a lot of traveling. The all-new 99 Chevy Silverado pickup will get you there safely, in comfort, and in style. I invite you to stop by and see our staff about this all-new Chevy truck. And when you do, you'll meet a staff that genuinely cares about you and your family. We consider ourselves family and encourage you to do the same. From all of our staff to you, travel safely and go Jackets!
County Country Bank, and I'd like to introduce you to the head football coach of the Tarleton Texans, Craig Wiedebrink.
And I'd like to personally invite you to an exciting season of college football here at Tarleton State University. Come watch some of your former Jackets, Landon Cribbs, Jeff Smith, Brad Couch, and Stephen Thay, as we tackle the Lone Star Conference.
Welcome back, Texas Stadium. John Hollinger, Boots Elliott, glad to have you along. 14 seconds remaining in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Getting ready to kick off Courtney Smith. Stephenville's offense has only touched the ball 3 times in the half. They scored on all 3 times, but Hirshi has added 2 scores themselves. They trail by 7. Deep end-over-end kick that will be taken by Browse at the 5. He gives the ball to Ebbett. Ebbett gives to the second man through. That's Carwell. Carwell will be stacked up at the 12-yard line.
That last scoring drive, 12 plays, 73 yards, took 6:52 off the clock, Boots. Estes on the 3-yard run made it to Stephenville 21 and Hirshi 14. That scoring summary brought to you by River North Small Animal Hospital.
Well, I imagine the Jackets will be pretty safe right here with 9 seconds left.
Yeah, they're going to throw it to the end zone, I can promise you. If you want to call that safe, that's where they're headed with this one.
Boy, as a coaching staff, there's not a lot you can say. For Stephenville, they played pretty much a mistake-free first half. Carwell is split to the near side by himself with 2 backs, defensive backs on him. Luker will pitch to the near side. Jackets will just run out the clock as Hunter will get to the 15, will cut out of bounds at about the 21-yard line. 3 seconds remaining. Well, that gives Luker a little bit of space if he wants to try to air one out deep on a crossing pattern for Cardwell. Maybe he can catch one in the seam.
This would be a good place for the old hook and lateral play that confuses everybody on stats. Because even if you fumble the ball, it's no big deal. Time will run out.
Well, and it takes Stephenville offense for a bunch of local media people to have to call the NCAA this week to figure out on several of the plays how it's going to be credited in the stat books. Luker is in shotgun, trips to the far side, 2 receivers near side. They are split. Snap back to Luker, setting up in the pocket. Steps up, he's in some trouble. Now he'll throw the deep ball. Has Bourne, it's over his head. That will do it for the end of the Cook Lumber second quarter. We'll go to the half. Stephenville 21, Hirshi 14. Halftime shows up next. We're back in 2 minutes on KSTV.
Show your true colors at the games by wearing official SABC merchandise. Everything from keychains to toboggans, T-shirts, caps, and more. Come to the Booster Club store, open every Friday in the foyer of the high school, and see all of the items that we have to let everyone know you support the Jackets and the Honeybees. And look for the big blue SAB trailer at the games. Everyone looks better in blue and gold. Dr. Albert A. Lilly, Doctor of Dentistry, The dental office of Dr. Albert A. Lilly wishes to salute Stephenville football and its tradition of excellence. Easter Air has become the name synonymous with excellence in Erath County. We recommend a checkup on your central heat and air unit every 6 months to keep it running at its best. Offering no interest financing on Lennox Systems. Easter Air at 968-6494 or stop by at 1011 North Graham, Stephenville.
close out this evening's performance, join the Yellow Jacket band supporting the Jackets with the Yellow Jacket fight song.
Apartment living seems hassle-free until your bathtub overflows or your bedroom goes up in smoke. Ask your State Farm agent how renter's insurance can help cover the damage. Renter's insurance covers your TV, your laptop, your speakers, your sneakers, your wall hangings, your fine porcelain, and lots of other stuff that could get ruined or even ripped off. If you need renter's insurance, State Farm is there.
Texas Trucks in Stephenville is the home of real trucks, not little bitty trucks, but stout pulling rigs. If you're in the market for a 1-ton dually, a 3/4-ton late model, low mileage, clean truck, then Texas Trucks is the place for you. Don't waste hours driving up and down the interstate looking for a great deal when Texas Trucks has already done it for you. They constantly scour the Southwest looking for that perfect late model, low mileage pickup. Now all you have to do is stop by Texas Trucks and pick out the one that's right for you. Texas Trucks, South Loop, Stephenville. Welcome to the world of sports on NBSP. Baseball, from T-ball, softball to high school. NBSP's commentators and camera operators will work to bring you the very best of every player's efforts. Every player on a team that orders receives a personalized graphic. Plus, with slow motion replay, you can see if that umpire really needs glasses or not. Even though your child may play hundreds of baseball games, don't pass up your opportunity to see that career in a broadcast quality format. We outproduce our competition like Mark McGuire pounds an opposing pitcher. Call 613-0080 for more information today.